All right, what's up, guys? VV back with another video. And in today's video, we've got some 2x KO action. That's right. No face camera today, but that's okay. I do plan on adding it in future videos. But yeah, so guys, this is my first time logging in to 2x KO. I have to give a big shout out real quick to J2Times for hooking me up with the invitation into the beta. Okay, so again, big shout out to J2Times. Thank you so much. Now, here we go, guys. When you log in for the first time, at least in this alpha, beta testing, whatever they're calling this, or alpha release maybe, whatever it is, this is what's going to pop up. They have a really nice tutorial. Okay, it walks you through it nice and slowly. And guys, I have to say, I will be going on a journey. And actually, hang on, listen very carefully, guys. I don't know how loud the volume is. Let me make sure the volume's loud enough. There we go. Notice that soundtrack in the background playing? Yeah, that is nice, guys. That is a good sound, okay? That is a good sound. My apologies if the sound's not great. I didn't have any time to adjust those, any of my configurations, because when you log in for the first time, this is what happens. Okay, notice they're going to be talking and everything during this. And it showed, notice on the left here, guys, it's showing like how to walk, how to jump, how to dash. It is a, okay, wait for them to talk. It has a full tutorial for you to go through for the newer players out there, which is really good for me, okay? Because I am starting this game, guys, from the ground up. I have almost no background experience in fighter games. However, I plan on taking 2XKO very seriously, okay? So I plan on putting out much more videos in the future. So if you're interested in following me in this journey, please do not forget to subscribe to the channel. And again, like I said, follow along with me as I try to get better and better at this game. Okay, so again, you guys can pause and read what all these things are doing. It's just a very basic, straightforward tutorial on how to play, this game. Now, notice right here, I'm like, wait, why isn't it working? Look, guys, I can't even do a simple combo. I'm like, am I supposed to get closer? So watch this. I finally get closer, and I'm like, oh, okay. There it is. Yeah, there it is. Very intuitive feel for the game so far. They have everything mapped out perfectly. And look at this medium pulse combo. Tap quickly to hit with a 5-hit combo. So just spam triangle. I'm loving that, guys. That's my speed. Okay, so I could just slam these buttons together and get something out of it. Now they're talking my language. Okay, now we got a heavy pulse combo. I did like the way that Ahri looked as a character and like the way their kit was working. It seemed really, really cool to me. Okay. Now, again, I was loving the soundtrack to this game. I thought the music was awesome. Really big fan of the music. I love how they do this intro tutorial for new players like myself. All right, so right here, they have this little thing where they show like, oh man, you're taking damage. And watch this, they explain it. Uh-oh, that hit hard. Notice what Echo said there? That hit hard. And then it has this thing explaining what happens with damage. And again, like I said, guys, if you want to pause and read any of this, I'm not going to walk through every single part of the tutorial, but it's all there if you want to check it out. And this was a great way to get introduced to the game. So this first part, I'm going to go through the entire tutorial, but as we get towards the end, we're going to check out the user interface, like the main menu. All right, and I know this will probably be a very boring video compared to future ones. Of course, I plan on having actual fighting videos in the future, me fighting other players and stuff like that. But hey, this is my first time putting out a 2XKO video on this channel, and I cannot wait. Okay, now they're teaching how to block. You just hold away from your opponent to block. All right, look at that. I'm just holding backwards. Look, look at my character just like walking away all seductively and everything. She's like, yep, can't touch me. Perfect. Okay, we did it, guys. We held back successfully. But yeah, this game, really cool. I can't wait to put more time into this, and I plan on putting quite a bit of time into this game. Now, of course, this won't take away from my main channel. However, I have to say, this secondary channel that I have now, it's been going through a makeover, right? At first, it was a Flesh and Blood channel, and then it became like a Gundam / Riftbound channel, like in preparation of that. Even messed around with Valorant on the channel, and now it might become a 2x KO channel along with Riftbound. So guys, at this point, this is like my Riot side channel, right? This is my auxiliary channel for Riot games at this point. Okay, there we go. We got the throw going on there. And guys, I was learning everything. I did get a Kitsune, the Razer Kitsune leverless controller, or whatever you want to call that. So I was trying to figure out where all the buttons were as I was doing this tutorial. Next video I do will probably be me going through the advanced tutorial so that I can start learning the game. But yeah, after that, then I plan on doing some actual, you know, jumping into the arena, fighting against other players, getting my butt kicked, I'm sure. But, you know, hey, it's all part of the journey. It's all part of the process of getting better at this game. I do plan on eventually trying, and once I get comfortable, once I start understanding how this game works and really start enjoying it, I want to try to push ranked at some point. I do have, you know, the ambition, we'll call it, to push ranked at some point. Okay, so right here, I end up having to go through the entire tutorial. You know, like I said, it's kind of repetitive at this point. We might even fast forward a little bit. Well, I don't know. Maybe we should just keep it going for anyone who wants to just watch this in the background. Right here, it's teaching me all the basic moves. We did Foxfire Blast, Stalking Dart, Wild Flares, and Spirit Rush is going to be the final one. And it's funny. Notice how it says L2 and R2. Well, it doesn't really seem like that on a leverless. So I had to look. I really had to look around for those buttons there. Okay, right here it's teaching us the air specials. This is where this is where it started getting kind of cool. Once I had learned the air specials, and once I had learned how to do like the it shows the bigger specials after this. I watched this, guys. I'm like, wait a minute. Okay, so I have to be in the air for this, and I'm like, all right, so do that. Boom! Look at that. We got there. 1 out of 2, 2 out of 2. We got it. It started making sense. I think this is going to be a fun learning experience. I'm not going to lie. Yep. Then there's the Spirit Rush. I'm like, wait a minute. Here we go. Boom. Got that. And then we got Trickster Flight. Okay. This one I had to jump and then do R2. Jump, R2. And it looks like there's going to be a lot of timing in a game like this. It seems like there's going to be a lot of timing going on in fighting games. Now, just to give some background while we're just waiting for this thing to play through, my background in fighters is Mortal Kombat. Uh-oh, there we go. We got the assist, Chrono Strike assist there, and then Time Winder assist. Very cool. Yeah, the assisting in this game is going to be really, really cool. I might eventually try Juggernaut, though, too, because I do like assist in this game, but I would also like to, like, master characters, and I feel like going Juggernaut might be the best way to do that. However, you know, it's good to practice your assist at all times, right, so you get better and better at that. Okay, I'm reading all the controls here, guys. That's what's taking so long. Like, I'm not playing while talking right now. I recorded this first, and now I'm talking over the recording. Okay, so that's kind of what's going on here. But yeah, my background in fighter games goes all the way back to Sega Genesis on Mortal, all the way back to the Sega Genesis with Mortal Kombat, and then I played Tekken, I played Soul Calibur, I played even like Marvel vs. Capcom games and Street Fighter, and I played all kind of games over time. Okay, but I never really got into them seriously. They were just fun games to play on the side for me. I was more of a FPS player or a MOBA player. Oh, let's see what they're saying. Okay. There we go. Don't hold back. Use your most powerful attack. Okay, very cool. They have a whole script they're going through here. This is great, guys. Like, there's immersion going on here, right? It's getting you into the game. And I have to tell you guys, I have not been this excited to play a game in a very long time. And I was terrible. I was absolutely terrible. I'm reading all this. I'm like, which one is square? I had to literally like tilt my my controller forward and like hold a light to it so I could see where square was, because on the Kitsune, the Razer Kitsune, it was hard for me to see these buttons. But once I memorize them, it'll be different, you know. Okay, there's the Hyper Strike. No, I actually messed that up. I was supposed to do the Hyper Spirit Rush. Here it is. Guys, look at the graphics in this game. The graphics are so good. Like, I love this style, and I've been playing League of Legends for many, many years. So the fact that I'll be completely familiar with all the characters from the beginning, yeah, well, at least not familiar with what they do, right? But just like with their actual models, that's going to be really nice. There we go. Medium pulse combo. Now they're going to teach us, I think, the heavy one. Actually, they're going to teach us fuses now. 2XKO has selectable gameplay modifiers called fuses that let you choose stuff. Okay, double down. And they go through all this again. Like I said, you can pause and read them if you need to. Okay. You can combo super attacks. Here we go. So this one I had to kind of figure out, like, okay, they actually want me to do this and then do that. It took me a second to figure that part out. Very slow, guys. I was very slow with this, but hey, we're learning as we go. It's going to be a journey. I'm like, wait a minute. Okay. Boom. Okay, that seemed good, but that's not what they were asking. They said double down into your assist, super, and ultimate. So I was like, okay, let's try that again. So square plus L2, and then square plus L2. So I did that, and then I comboed with this one. Now, my timing's not great yet, obviously, you know, but we're getting there. Okay, here, that was the first one we did correctly. So boom, and then I pushed this character out. Because, I mean, someone correct me in the comment section below if I'm off on this, but I think if I time it better, I can do more damage, potentially. I don't know. Okay, and here we go. Now we have the ultimate attack. We're almost through the entire tutorial. Here we go, Charm. So I have to hold down L2 plus R2. I get close enough just to make sure I don't miss it. I'm like, all right, here we go. Boom. Look at that. He's in love with me. Well, you know, with Ahri. Boom. Snaps to burn him up. And then give me your heart. Okay. Ha. Now who's tough? That's right. Echo's like, now who's tough? Now watch this, guys. I think it's at this point, they're like, all right, you're ready to fight. And I'm like, I don't know if I am. I don't know if I am ready to fight. But we make the best of it. Watch this. Okay. And then, okay, here we go. I have to use my break here when being hit by a combo. I can do this little combo to get out of it. Or I can press these buttons together to get out of it. That's what they're trying to show here. I'm like, okay. Like I said, when I was doing this live, guys, I was reading every single ability. I was reading every line of text, making sure I didn't miss anything, because I want my fundamentals to be strong, right? And I have to build that up. I have 0 fundamentals now for the most part, so I need to build those up. Okay, there we go. I learned the first little break there. I'm waiting for him to attack me. Okay, there he goes. He starts his combo. I break it. And now here we go again. So watch this. At first, I break it before he starts the combo, and it was not giving me the completion. And then I realized, oh, he doesn't want me to just stop it. They have to start the combo on me, and then I can break it. There we go. Now I stop it, and it gives me the completion. Very nice. Okay. Now let's fight for real. Okay, here we go. Let's see what they want to do. Are you ready to be tested? Listen to that music, guys. It's so good. I love it. It's like simple enough, but at the same time, hard enough to be like, wow, okay, this is nice. All right, here we go. So I tag in the Echo here. I just mashed some buttons together, to be honest. It was pretty cool, and then I bring Ahri back out, and I'm just kind of fighting into them. No idea what I'm doing. I'm button mashing at this point. Like, all right, I'm going to press this one a bunch. All right. Boom. Allow, he hits me a few times. I do that. Boom. We hit him with that. They tried to roll away. We still got him with the charm. Let's go. Awesome. How cool is that? Okay. So we got her down to about a quarter. She's down to about a quarter HP. And now Braum's out here. We'll hit him a few times. I think I messed that up. Like, I brought out the Echo and I didn't need to, and then I ulted. But that's okay. Notice how we always have, like, the 3 meters there? That's why I did that. I was like, wait, so I could just keep ulting? Alright, I don't want to just keep ulting. That seems kind of... that seems cheap even for the tutorial, so we're not going to do that. So I take out the Echo and I start mashing buttons together. Okay, here comes the Braum. Alright. Boom. We got him. Okay. We got that 2x KO. You know what I'm saying? We got both the knockouts there. So very cool. And now it's going to push us out to the user interface, and I can kind of show you guys around from there. Very cool. Got the victory animation. Alright, now listen to this music, guys. Oh, man, that is awesome. It has such a hype to it. It's just... I feel like they could not have done better with that music there. Again, it's simple enough, but also upbeat enough to really make you think, like, dude, this is really, really cool. Like I'm doing something very fun here. It really gets me into the game. I sound old, okay? I sound old, I know. Listen to that. When this started playing in my headphones, I was like, dude, I'm just going to jam out to this for a second. That's why we were sitting there doing nothing for a minute there. Okay, so right here, I do start going through all of the... notice at the very top there, guys. Okay, now I'm looking at progression. Notice there are dailies you can do. I believe this will be the primary way for you to acquire currency in the game to get things for free. Okay, I click on this. It has your featured missions, your weekly missions, and then first steps. I plan on doing all the first step stuff first. That was hard to say. First step stuff first. That was really hard to say. Okay, but there's nothing there just yet. Okay, so there's all that. I'm going to go through each one of these little slides with you guys. Okay, so that way we can check them all out. So that's progression. Now the next one over. Whoops, went the wrong way. Okay, is champions. Now I don't click on all of these. We're not going to go through literally every single thing, but I'm going to give you guys at least a good idea of what you can see in here. Again, that music's just going crazy in the background. I love that. Okay, there's Eloy. Got Yasuo, Vi, Jinx. I think for my team, I'm probably going to start off with Yasuo and maybe Ahri. I feel like that, or maybe even Blitzcrank. So right here, guys, I don't do the expressions, card titles, and stages. Instead, I just look at the avatar stuff. Maybe in future videos, for anyone who's interested, I could go through the other stuff. Check out these early models we have for the head. At first, I have to figure out how to work the controls. Like I said, guys, I'm a little bit slow. Be nice. Here we go. I'm like, all right, here we go. Check it out. Okay, you got the little bucket hat, the cat with ears, or the hat with the beanie with cat ears or something. Got the Blitzcrank head or face. I like that one with the headphones, guys. The one with the headphones, I think, is my favorite. I'll probably try to go for that one. Okay, so that's for the head. Now I'm figuring out, okay, I hit the little circle for back. Now for the face stuff, check this out. Got like the face mask, those aviators. Oh, I love those big old glasses. Those goggles are pretty cool too, I'm not gonna lie. But I think my favorite is probably the glasses. I call them aviators. I'm not sure what they call them. Okay, so now for the upper, you get to choose what you want for your for your shirt. Okay, there's like one where it's like there's a lot of interesting options in here. I like that one a lot. That one's really cool, but there's a lot of different options in here. And check this out, guys. Okay, here's all like the standard ones. Then they have character-specific ones. There's Ahri, Blitzcrank. There's Braum, Darius. Who was that? There's Jinx. Then there's Eloy. That's Echo. Then Yasuo, and the other one was Vi, the one I couldn't remember on the far right, the bottom right. Okay, and then the lowers are the same thing. They have like these matching lowers for all the basic stuff. Very cool looking. It's always nice to have these customizable characters here. Okay, there's like the legs. Okay, they have stuff for whatever you're going for. And then we got all the different characters again. That's really cool. So I think eventually I'm going to come out with a characters. I've seen other content creators do character tier lists for what they want to see come out in 2XKO next. Or like characters they think would like translate really well into 2XKO. I'm probably going to do that at some point. Because number one, it's just content. And number two, I think it's a really cool idea. There's Vi's gloves. And then we got some other gloves here. Very cool. Those are the hands. So here's the waist. So it looks like you could put like tails on or something like that. Which I guess that's cool if you like Ahri and stuff. I'm not really sure. I'm not gonna comment much on that. I guess, hey, it's your avatar. You can build it literally however you want to. Okay, then for the back, you've got... I don't know how to turn the character around, guys. Otherwise, I would. But you got like a backpack. There's like the controller. I love that one with the controller. I think it looks really cool. Then we got the character ones. Those look really awesome as well. You got the axe. You got the shield, the sword. You got Echo's sword and the time thing. I'm not sure what to call it. Okay, then we got the feet here. Very cool. You can even just take those off, I guess. And then we have all the different character ones. Really good customization starting off. Really good stuff here. Man, that music just never, it never loses. It just goes hard. It just absolutely goes off. Okay, then we got, so that was it for the feet. Now you can also adjust your body. You can adjust the skin tone, the body shape, the body weight, the height, all that stuff. I'm not going to mess with any of it yet, you know. I'm just showing like, okay, hang on. Let's see what all we can do here. Watch this, guys. I click green, I think, or purple. Watch this. Wow. That's right, guys. I'm purple in this one. That's too cool. You can go more curvy or more sporty. You can go more thin, more thick, more short, more tall. They have a lot of different like sliders going on here. Nothing too crazy, of course. It's just your avatar, right? It doesn't really matter as far as your fighting goes, but that's a cool thing to have access to, is like a, you know, character customization. People love that, especially in RPGs. Okay, very cool. I'll end up messing with the with that fully at some other time. Okay, here's the faces. I'm not going to go through all these, obviously. So I go that you can round your face more or make it more square. You can make your chin more pointy or more flat. That's the next slider we're about to go over. So here's more flat, and then here's more pointy. Very cool. And then you can do all these different eyebrows on here, depending on what look you're going for. Okay, I go all the way down to the bottom. You can change your eyebrow color, of course, and then you can do different noses. It looks like there's like more pointy versus more flat noses you can do. You have face details. This was pretty interesting. There's like, you know, more like scruff instead of like a full beard. Got the face paint. I don't know what's going on with some of these. Some, you know, some are more for like a feminine look. Some are more masculine look. Got like the different clowns look awesome. I love those clown face prints. Those look really cool. All that stuff. Okay, then you have detail strength. I'm not sure what that was talking about. It probably had something to do if I had clicked on a face detail and gone from there. I kept moving the slider back and forth. It was like, okay, I don't see anything happening. So anyway, so then you have detail colors you can also add to it for all the different kinds of, you know, face styles or face details. Okay, then you have the hairstyle. They have a lot of different hairstyles in here, guys. Look at that. They got the characters, of course. I do those first. Okay, you got Yasuo, all those. You got the primary colors, secondary colors, and then facial hair. I was like, okay, let's go. There better be facial hair in here. Look at the beard one. This next one right there. Oh, yeah, I like that one. I like the big bushy beard one. I might have to go with that at some point. Got the facial hair color, of course. Okay, there's all the colors. And now check out all these hair. They have a lot of different hairstyles. Just enjoying that music right now. Very cool. Yeah, and all these different hair colors, a lot of different things you can customize here. And I'm sure as they add more and more, you know, champions to the game, more characters you can select to fight with, then you'll probably have access to more customizable appearances. Okay, so there's like all these different kinds of eyes you can do. You can change the iris size. You can change all this different stuff. Very cool. So I went over the hair again because I wanted to make sure I went through all of these. Good enough. Okay, and then the eyes. Okay, and I don't, like I said, I don't go through the expressions, card titles, or stages. Maybe we'll save that for another video. So here's the player title. That's where your name's going to be at, and like your you know, that's for your Riot ID number and all that. Match history's on there, leaderboard, characters that are most played. Very cool stuff there. The leaderboard was not accessible for me when I first clicked on it, but who knows. Rank, of course, I'm just an aspirant or aspirant, whatever it is, whatever the lowest rank is, because I haven't played any ranked games yet. Then there's tutorial, advanced lessons, and play first fight for your learn. Always good to have this stuff for the newer players. And then we have this entire list of settings. Okay, so I do go through some of these, I think, just to kind of, you know, to see what's going on here. So we did there was video, then audio, controls, gameplay, language, about, and text. Okay. Got a chat filter as well. You can exit game from there. Okay, there's your audio stuff. Now for the video, I think I click on this and go through it. I'm going to probably change all my settings down to low at some point. That's just how I like to do things. I think my computer can handle this game just fine. I don't think this is like an insanely graphical game where you're going to need the best computer out there to run everything. But I do like to... I think the lower the graphics, the smoother the game runs, typically. At least in my opinion. I don't know. Maybe that's just something maybe that's just something in my head. But yeah, I think I'm going to drop everything down, all the different graphics down. But who knows? That won't look as good on the recordings. I'll have to figure that out later. Okay, then we have the audio. Nothing to really look at there. It's just your audio stuff. Controls, you're going to be able to set different profiles. They got pulse combo for on and off for the pulse combos, control type. So it says pulse combo, you can go on or off. Then, of course, for your presets, okay. For the presets, you have 1 through 8, I believe. Yep, you got 8 different profiles you can fix up. You have combat. For the control type, for your controls. Do you want to change your lobby and avatar settings or your combat settings? That's what that's for right there. That's what I'm going through. I'm not going to mess with that in this actual video. I just want to show it off. Then we have gameplay, your versus match settings. You have the number of rounds. You can do 1, 3, or 5 currently for the number of rounds. There you go. And then for the timer, I believe it's 30, 60, 90, 120 or something. No, it's 60, 90, 120 infinite. That's what it is. I mean, that'd be crazy, right? If it was 30, that'd be a fast game. And then you have CPU difficulty. It goes 1 through 8. Okay, then we have language, of course. And then there's some type of about me thing. And then there's the text chat. Nothing to really mess around with there. And, okay. Well, guys, that's it. I think that's about it. Then I think about going through it again, but nope. That's all she wrote. All right, guys. That's basically all I got for you. I plan on updating my channel more with more 2XKO stuff in the near future. But that's it for now. Hope y'all enjoyed. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. And until next time, guys, peace.